Yo, what it do? What it do? Hey, gang, I'm Roll Rouse, and we back again just for you. Welcome, man. Welcome, man. This is gonna be a little bit different than most of the nights, because obviously it's not a football game. It's not WWE. But what's happening? What's going on? What up, Emma? Welcome, my son, Witten, Zachary, GWB, Mom. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it. Obviously, the Cowboys are looking for a new defensive coordinator. Let me mute this background. All right. Obviously, the Cowboys are looking for a new defensive coordinator. There's a few names that are going around, and I'm sure there's probably more names, but I know of four. What is there, four or five here that are being talked about at a good level? Not shit, Zachary. What's good? What's good? Welcome in. Uh, I was gonna let probably a few more people come in here. If they come in, we'll see. Because like I said, tonight's an odd night. Hey, stop yelling. But, yeah, 1 second. 1 second. All right. Sorry about that. What it do, Keith? What it do? Welcome in. Welcome in. Go. What you came down here to do? Come on. Don't get distracted. Like my new profile? I ain't looked at your profile. Go. I'm doing something. I'll look at it after. Sorry, I did not know that was your son. No, yeah, that's my son. He being a butt. But yeah, so Cowboys obviously looking for a couple coaches. Or looking for a coach for the defensive coordinator position. So we'll have to see. Like I said, right now, names that are being flying around, they're throwing around like Brian Flores, Raheem Morris, Jim Leonard, who's like supposedly the rising star coming from the Broncos. People I'm also hearing though is like Matt Patricia, Carl Scott, Jim Schwartz. Those are names that I've heard the most. My favorite, if I had to pick, would be Brian Flores. We know that in Minnesota that he has literally done a lot with a little. So if we would be able to pull Brian Flores, see, I don't know if we would be able to get him. What up, LH? What up, Daniel Barry? Dylan? What's good? What's good? I don't know if we'd be able to get him though because he's staying at the same level for that job. I don't know if Brian Flores is going to be looking for a promotion up to a head coaching role, which I would almost assume that there are teams in the NFL that may be actually looking for him as their head coach, but we'll have to see for sure. Maybe he wants to be a head coach. Maybe he wants to stay the same. I think the only thing that would be intriguing for him to Dallas is if he was to think like, all right, so if I get that defense turned around after what I did in Minnesota, I'll definitely get a promotion, or I'll definitely get the flowers handed to me that I've been. He's been receiving his flowers. Like he's assumed to be a very great coach. Not the head coach, DK, the defensive coordinator. Here, baby boy. The defensive coordinator. We fired Matt Eberflus. So the Cowboys are going to be looking for a defensive coordinator. Go ahead and pin your message, Keith. All right. Roll 50 Madison, 58 clear Charlotte. Yeah, it was a beautiful day here in Charlotte. What up, RC? Mike McDonald got fired. Mike McDaniel. Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a bunch of coaches that come through at this time. And there's probably gonna be a bunch of them that are defense. The ones that are gonna be hard are probably the offensive ones. But yeah, there's gonna be definitely a lot of coaches. Not shit, GWB. What's good with you, brother? But yeah, so I mean, I pulled up a couple things. I pulled up a little list here. It says the Cowboys' top candidates and their strengths. So obviously, Brian Flores, Vikings defensive coordinator, he's known for being aggressive. He's turnover focused. His schemes are praised by new Cowboy offensive coordinator, uh, Brian Schottenheimer. So, I mean, we got Brian Schottenheimer praising him. We know the Cowboys would love to have him in the building. I just don't know if he'll stay on a level playing field or if he'll want to be promoted to head coach. What do you need, Bubba? I see, I see. The medicine got you feeling better? Don't use all that energy. Remember, that medicine energy is fake energy. You're going to weigh yourself out, and then you'll be back to being sick and feeling like poop. You got Miami, Ole Miss. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch. There's definitely a whole bunch of coaches that are going to come out. But that's what they say about Brian Flores as top candidate, and his strength is that he's known for being aggressive and that he's turnover focused in his schemes. Raheem Morris, they're talking about all his strengths are like that he's a Super Bowl winner with the Rams, extensive experience as DC and head coach. Great for fixing pass defense, which, I mean, the Cowboys' pass defense was atrocious this year. So, what? Dude. I'm not looking at you. I'm in the middle of doing something. I can look at your profile after my win. It's not going nowhere.
After what?
After I'm done doing what I'm doing, you're interrupting me to have me look at your profile. Just calm down. I'll look at it. Jeez. Man. 9-year-olds. I see your comment. It says, look at my profile.
No, pin my other comment I did.
Well, type it again and I'll pin it when I see it. Jeez. What pass defense got second to last in interceptions last season? Tony Gilbert. That I couldn't tell you. I can tell you it was not the Cowboys. Got second to last, and that might have been the Cowboys, actually. Tony Gilbert, that very may well have been the Cowboys. If it's second to last and everything, that's about where the Cowboys ranked on defense across the board last year. So that could very well be them. Breaking news, Cowboys hire Royal as defensive coordinator. Now, defense is more my thing. I am more of a defensive person. But, yeah, I don't know if I would want that role myself. Sorry to leave. Sorry to leave so early. I might come back. All right, GWB, you good, man. Stay blessed, brother. Stay blessed. What up, Jace? I bet every last cent I have Todd Bowles is next. Todd Bowles is definitely a name. That's definitely a name. But at least we got a pick, unlike the Jets. Yeah. I mean, that I guess that's a bonus, Tony. That's definitely a bonus. What up, Tantum? Who's your favorite Cowboy? My favorite current Cowboy is DeMarvion Overshown. Quinnen Williams coming over here. It kind of runs head in head with Quinnen Williams. Like I said, I like defense. But my favorite of all time, Darren Woodson. Darren Woodson's my favorite of all time. Wild card weekend comes soon. Yeah, we got some football games we're going to be streaming for sure. For sure. On Saturday and Sunday. Not Cowboys, Cowgirls. Well, I'm not a fan of the Cowgirls, so I don't have a favorite one. If you're talking about the cheerleaders, which I would consider the Cowgirl cheerleaders, the Cowgirls, I'm kind of, they are the best cheerleading squad in the NFL. They do have their own TV show. I mean, they could be considered the best, especially by me, but I don't know many of their names. I'm more interested in watching the football games than the cheerleaders, so that's just not my thing. The GOAT is Roger the Dodger. Hey, man, I ain't taking nothing from Mr. Comeback, Mr. Captain America, Roger Staubach. Stop, bro. It's being weird putting your elbow up on my shoulder. Raiders head coach Pete Carroll got fired on Monday. That don't surprise me. That does not surprise me. Well, I mean, actually, I take that back. It kind of does, because he's really only had 1 year over there. I mean, I get the Raiders were absolutely atrocious, but Romo was underrated as hell, too. I mean, I like Romo. Him and Dak have very similar stats. The difference being that earlier in Dak's career, he was more for running. But I'm not big on that anyways. What up, Billy? What it do? Carroll got thrown under the bus. I feel bad for him. Yeah, I mean, I think that whole organization kind of went sideways from what they were expecting this year to be. 50s in January. Imagine. Hey, not rare here. Not rare here, Dylan. Did you hear Max Crosby is in the hospital? No, I have not heard that. But I've been hearing a lot of talks about the Cowboys wanting to trade for him. Hey, did you see they made a Madden movie? No, I haven't seen that either, Gilbert. Uh, but yeah, so I mentioned Raheem Morris. Jim Leonard, the Broncos' rising star. They said he's excellent with secondary. Could be a future head coach. Might stay in Denver if Vance Joseph leaves. They also have Jim Schwartz on here. They said he has a proven track record, likely to have his pick of the jobs. Oh, they're saying that he's very likely to have his pick of whatever job he wants. Matt Patricia, I am not in favor for Matt Patricia. Says high profile college success with the Buckeyes. Obviously, he does have Ohio State's defense playing phenomenal. Fits with Dan Quinn connections as a teacher. Well, send his ass to Washington then. Carl Scott, Seattle's DB coach, fast rising coach, excellent with defensive backs. So those are like the top candidates and their strengths that they have listed here. Did you? All right. Hey, did you see they made? All right, let's get back on topic, everyone. Right, Keith? Right? Bring back Rocky Balboa, Rocky Balboa, like this, or Rocky Belair. I don't know who that is. Helix, not off the top of my head right now. You might blame it on the HC. Cowboys keep losing. I believe Cowboys are keeping Schottenheimer. Nathan, I have heard some of the fan base on other channels talking about, oh, John Harbaugh's now available. Fire Schottenheimer and hire John Harbaugh. One, I don't know that John Harbaugh wants this job. Two, I don't think the Cowboys are going to fire Schottenheimer. Like, he's had 1 year. The team really didn't get built how they expected. Things happen. I've heard rumors about your Cowboys quarterback going to the Raiders. Is that true or false? That's a lie. I have heard no internal information about Dak Prescott being traded whatsoever. Jerry Jones has talked about building around Dak. So I don't see that being a viable option. What are your draft picks this year's meaning for the Cowboys? At 12 and at 20, I believe is what the Green Bay pick is supposed to be. I think it's at 20. I think both of those need to go to defense unless we trade for Max Crosby in free agency or in the offseason. If we trade for Max Crosby in the offseason, I think we get defensive secondary with our top pick at number 12. And then maybe we could play with the first round pick. I don't know if they want to go to offensive tackle, but I feel like we need one. But we need so much on defense that I would not be mad if this whole draft is predominantly a defensive draft. And that's one thing that I will say that is probably attractive to bring in a defensive coordinator into Dallas is telling that coordinator, hey, look, you got these stars here. You got 2 first-round draft picks that you could take and pick defense with. Pick of the litter with those. Trade them up for one higher draft pick or stay where you're at and take who you got. What up, Jacob? What up, Elam? What up, Fallopian? What's good? Welcome. What do you think about the situation in Minnesota? I think that shit's dumb. I think if people move their car out of the way like they were told to do, their ass would have been alive still. Unfortunately, that's not how things turned about. It's all dumb. Like, shit's dumb. What up, Okie Grower? What's good? We watch a college game? No, I'm not watching anything. We're talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Defensive coordinator hires, and then maybe be talking about some college picks if we got some time. I'm going to be doing about an hour and a half at most, so I'll probably be getting off by 10 o'clock. He pulled his gun out before she started moving forward. She still hit him with a car. I mean, she still hit him with a fucking car. She could have avoided the whole thing. I mean, this ain't a political channel. This is a sports channel. But that lady could have avoided the whole thing. Had she just, when they honked and told her to move, had she just moved. Like, it's that simple. Just move your fucking car. Get the fuck out of here. The fuck's the point in trying to obstruct justice? Because that's a crime. Not only hitting a person with a car is also a crime. Just that to be an official agent, to do that is dumb because the risk of getting shot is probably high because tension's already going and you're speeding in a car. Do I say any of it's right or wrong? I think it's all wrong. I think the shit's stupid. What's going on, Brent Bentley? What's good, Fish Hunt? What's good, Alan Gar? This is exactly. We talking about sports. All right, Nora. This is about sports. This ain't a political channel. She could have easily had just moved her car when they honked at her. She'd be alive. Period. Situation solved. People stop being dumb. Stop trying to put yourself in front of justice. What up, Desiree? I mean, thoughts and prayers go out to her family. R.I.P. to her. But it could have been avoided, is all I'm saying. Like, shit could have been avoided. All right. So back to it. So we've talked about a little bit about Brian Flores, Raheem Morris, Jim Leonard, Jim Schwartz, Matt Patricia, Carl Scott. I don't really know much about Carl Scott. He's probably a newer name coming up. Obviously, he's the Seattle Seahawks DB. But trying to pull up Cowboys list here. She played a dumb game. Yeah, I mean, fuck around and find out, right? Fuck around and find out. Wait, what's the point of the stream? We're talking about the Dallas Cowboys coordinator for defense. It just got a little sidetracked, Vidant. Someone bringing some political shit into the sports channel. Cowgirls need a new defense. We do. Hey, Bentley, they need a whole bunch on defense. Like, absolutely. But I've been hearing a lot about the trade for Max Crosby. I would love to see it take place. Nothing official, obviously. It's just rumors that are coming out from journalists that are inside the stadium. Brian Flores would be my top hire as well, Vidant. Like, definitely. What he's done in Minnesota with the talent that he's had, like, he hasn't had big star names. The Minnesota defense wasn't Harrison Smith. I can't even really name another one. I know Griffin used to be over there, but that's years ago. Like, I can't even name most of their defense. And he has them playing good football every year, no matter who's on it. Cowboys need to get in that college portal. Maybe a Hokie. Maybe. Imagine if we get Brian Flores, Max Crosby, and a pretty good defensive player in the draft. Dude, to me, what is intriguing about the Cowboys defensive coordinator job to Brian Flores is the fact that, look, Brian, we got 2 first-round picks that you can pick your players. Pick your players. If you want to go after somebody in free agency, Brian, we'd be glad to back you. If Max Crosby's available, that'd be hilariously great.
No.
You need to not be on my desk, Bubba. Done. All right.
Done.
Jerry Jones is going to break the bank next year. Maybe. I would love for him to. But, I mean, we've yet to see him do that since the 90s. So, we'll have to hold our breath a little bit and breathe slowly. Jerry is going to... All right. Free agency is going to go crazy. Man, free agency is looking to be like one of the most wild free agencies of recent years because there's just going to be so many players. Like, it's not even funny. Right now, talking about 3 hours ago, full NFL Live Dolphins trade Tua after fire McDaniels. So hold up, hold up. They're talking about possibly trading Tua after firing McDaniels as well. And then Flores to Ravens. I don't like that. We would like to have him over here in Dallas. Who are the best players in free agency? Hold up. Let me look it up real quick. Let me find over the cap.
Yeah.
You're silly. All right. Free agency. Free agency tracker. All right. All right. Without selecting anything, 2000 Trey Henderson, Debo Samuels, Mike Evans, Christian Kirk, Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack. He might be cheaper. Travis Kelsey, nobody wants. Joel, left guard, a left tackle, Jonah Williams, Wyatt Teller, Daniel Jones, nobody cares. Hassan Reddick, nobody's mentioning Hassan Reddick. David Njoku at tight end. Aaron Rodgers. Joey Bosa with the Bills is going to be a free agent. There's a thought of possibly getting Joey Bosa. I appreciate that, Rudy. What up, Richardson? Kirk Cousins as a backup. I don't know about all that. Can the Cowboys use the offensive lineman? I do think they need a tackle, Richardson. I do think that the Cowboys need a tackle. Absolutely. Abel, what's good? What's good? Welcome in. No Super Bowls in forever. It's kind of soft. Hey, whatever you want to call it, brother. Don't matter to me. It is what it is. Aaron Rodgers is going to be afraid he's going to be retired. And then I think if Aaron Rodgers gets to where he feels comfortable in the Super Bowl this year, or in the playoffs this year, not necessarily Super Bowl, then yes, he probably does retire. Who you got winning the bowl? I don't know really, Vidant. I do think it's probably the Rams and the Bills. I think in the AFC, Texans are a dark horse. Everybody's putting a lot of money over there on Patriots. I think there's not much stopping the Bills this year. No Lamar, no Patty Mahomes, no Joe Burrow. Like, this is the year for the Josh Allen to take that step and show that he's the man in AFC right now. Defensive secondary help concern. No, definitely. But Richard, also, if we were to pull off a trade for Max Crosby, what that does is that also helps the secondary. What up, T. Butler? That also helps the secondary because when the quarterback is under pressure from the center that we have, but not getting hit, he has that extra second that he can throw the ball, which makes the secondary struggle a little more. When the quarterback is being chased and he has to get the ball off faster because he's getting hit. At that point, that helps the secondary because they're not having to cover for as long. If a secondary is having to cover for 3 or 4 seconds, at some point the receiver's just going to get open. You can't cover forever. So having a good edge rusher that actually delivers hits on a quarterback and gets him off his mark is very beneficial for a secondary. Now, we do need those secondary players as well. Obviously, we let Trayvon Diggs go, who's been a shell of himself the last couple of years. I think we might get a linebacker and a cornerback with our first 2 picks. I was thinking the same similar scenario because I'm really hoping that for the rusher that we trade for him. I want that backdrop. I hear you, Shannon. I hear you. Appreciate it. Ole Miss T-Butt. I hear you. Ole Miss doing good things this year. Maybe they go all the way. But yeah, the list of... Man, I can show you guys. Let me drop the background real quick. I can show you the list of free agents right now. It is long. Like, that's a good name. I'm not really. Where is it? You got Hassan Reddick. You got Khalil Mack. I mean, there's tons of edge. Joey Bosa.
What about you get that one?
Leonard Floyd. I mean, the list goes on forever. Max Crosby, we would have to make a trade for, though. We would have to make a trade if we wanted to get Max Crosby because he's not a free agent. But the thing about the free agent is you got to sign them to a new deal too. Like, you still got to pay, no matter what player you bring in. You got to pay them still. So it is what it is. What up, Abraham? What's good? What's good? What up, John Connor? Raiders traded first round pick for Dak. Not happening, John. It's not happening, brother. But hey, good thoughts, though. I know you made that up, John. Come on now. Kyle Digger, yeah, Kyle Duggar's on their safety. That wouldn't be a bad safety. Off the Steelers. I mean, there's just so much. Like, I'm gonna do just edge rushers. All right, just edge rushers. You got Trey Henderson, Khalil Mack, Hassan Reddick, Joey Bosa, Malcolm Kuntz, Leonard Floyd, Gross Matos, Ibukam. I'm trying to think. Vaughn Miller's even on there. Dante Fowler Jr. I really hope that we bring back Jadeveon Clowney. Jadeveon Clowney, I hope the Cowboys bring him back. He really wants to stay in Dallas. I think him with another year is not a bad thing. Yeah, I don't do a whole lot of college football. Abraham. Yeah, last year I did. I might stream the Natty. I might stream that'll probably be the college game I stream is the Natty. But past that, I don't do a whole lot of college football. Who do you like better, Dax or Romo? It's really the same person, Richard. I mean, it really is. I do think, though, that when Romo got healthy in 2016, had the Cowboys brought him back, I think we would have made it further in the playoffs. Whether we make it to a Super Bowl or not, that's ifs and whiffs, whatever. But I think we would have made it much further than the first or the second round because we had a first round bye and then we were out the first game. So, Merry Christmas, Juan. Of course. Romo was a beast. At the end of his career, though, Romo got better as the years went on. Those first 5 years of Romo weren't always great. He had a couple magical moments, or a few. He had magical moments each of those seasons. But at the end of the day, he started getting better. You'll actually hear an interview with him back then where he even said it. Him and Aaron Rodgers were talking, and when he actually figured out his best throwing motion and how he could help his career get better. Romo and Dez was great. For sure. It seems like ever since they brought back on we can't win for nothing. What do you mean, Shannon? They brought. I'm misunderstanding that question. What do you think is going to happen to Dak? Because I think they did his contract for another 4. We can't get to the Super Bowl. I think Dak's gonna be. I don't think necessarily our winning in the last 2 years has been predicated that we can't stop the run. This year we couldn't. We could stop the run a little better, but we couldn't stop the pass. We got to the point where we couldn't stop the pass so much we forgot whether we could stop the run or not because they didn't run the ball on us. Romo and T.O. were great too. What about Dez as a wide receiver coach and Romo as a head coach? No, Romo wouldn't be as a head coach. For one, he would start off in a coordinator position probably. Um, but you gotta entice Romo with this because Romo's getting paid millions of dollars, more than he was getting paid as a quarterback, to sit on his ass and study games and just talk on TV and not have to travel as often as a team would have to do. Or leave your family, Tony, and go with this team for 6, 8 months a year and travel all over the place. Like I don't see Tony being enticed enough to to switch his position at where he is at now. If if we get that Broncos, you talking about hold on, I have his name here. Jim Leonard? You talking about Jim Leonard one? Yeah, that's Jim Leonard. They're talking about him being like the rising star. I mean, it sounds intriguing. Sean Payton, he's not gonna leave. No, 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 not Sean Payton. He ain't leaving. But his name's Jim Leonard. Yeah, hold up, it's this guy right here. Let me drop the background again. Actually, hold up. Let me pull up. I think I have a picture of him. This guy right here, Jim Leonard. Now, I would much rather have this guy right here. I would much rather have him as my defensive coordinator because we know he can do a hell of a lot with a very little. But I have been hearing that they requested a trade for Jim Leonard or requested an interview for Jim Leonard. So, I mean, we'll have to see how that plays out. They've got a few names. Yeah, Brian Flores is the top guy that I want the Cowboys to pick. Will they get him? I don't know because I think that he's going to probably take a head coaching job. Let me look up real quick, see what AI happens to think who has the best odds to be the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys. Let me ask her, see what it says. Just for shits and giggles. I put who has the best odds on becoming the Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator. It says, while no official odds are set, Brian Flores, Vikings defensive coordinator, and Raheem Morris, former Falcons head coach, Rams defensive coordinator, are widely considered to be the top contenders for the Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator role, with Flores once often cited as a dream hire to do his scheme, but Morris as a strong, experienced alternative. Other names like Jim Leonard, Jonathan Gannon, Don Martindale are also frequently mentioned in the early 2026 coaching discussions. So that's what it says if you ask who has the best odds on becoming. But like I said, Brian Flores is going to have the opportunity to go wherever he wants, pretty much. Just like John Harbaugh. Like, he's highly, highly sought after. Let me grab my drink real quick, guys. All right, I'm back. And now, just as a heads up, so like the Thursday nights for the stream, how we don't have any football on Thursday nights, there are probably going to be more streams like this where hopefully I can't wait till I can get a better computer set up with camera and mic so then I can actually just bring all the pictures on. I can actually do like a proper stream for you guys. I tried to do that when I got this new computer, but I keep coming into complications, and the computer board, the motherboard of the computer, and the CPU on the computer are just, they're dated, So they're not like I would have to rebuild the computer from scratch using just the shell, pretty much, um, to get it upgraded to where I need to, where I can stream the things, bring the things in and out of the image that where it's not lagging on your part, and it would be look better because we wouldn't have this static here. But that's just from my iPhone. So if I get up closer, a lot of times that static seems littler because I take up more space. But so just as a heads up, Thursday nights are going to start to look more like this throughout the off season. And then once football's gone, we're gonna have more of these on the weekends as well. We'll still do Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown as normal. Uh, throughout the off season, we'll be doing the Natty for college. Obviously, the playoff games. I'll stream as much of those as I can. Um, so I'll probably be doing two on Saturday and two on Sunday. So we'll get 4 games in this weekend. The NFL draft, yes, I'll be streaming the draft. The combine, I would like to do the combine, but the way they did it last year made it hard to stream because they would like do a portion of something and then switch, and then they would go back to that portion of something and they would switch. So they made it hard to categorize on your channel because you would put something, but there would be other. It was a pain in the ass. It was kind of like the Pro Bowl last year was the same way. Streaming the Pro Bowl was god awful. But we'll just have to see how it goes. I will still try to intend on streaming those shows, for sure. I'm also gonna do like some Thursdays we'll be talking about like what's new with the Cowboys going on, and then some Thursdays maybe me talking more about like the top draft picks and who's possibly going to be available at the 12th pick for the Cowboys, at the 20th pick, and who the Cowboys might be looking at. Who I'm hearing coming out of the building from the journalists that I also listen to. I can do like I could actually pull up because right now like they're having a Cowboys draft show right now, and I could probably pull it up because I'm known on their channel. So I would probably be able to pull it up and have the audio playing to react to some of that. But I want to get us to that stage that's what we're talking about because they're so far ahead of me. Like they've already got their first round draft picks, which from what I'm understanding, I believe as far as first round graded players in this draft so far, the journalists that I listen to about the draft, they're saying there's like 15 first round graded players. Now obviously there's going to be 32 first round draft picks, but not everybody in that first round is going to be first round graded because there's just not enough players that are first round graded to fill 32 slots. Most years it's not. Most years you get 10 to 15. This year, right now, you're getting around that 15 range. That's pretty good, especially with the Cowboys landing in the 12th pick. We're inside what people consider the list of first round graded players. So you almost have a guarantee to get a top graded player. Because that 20th pick, you're going to get a first round pick player, but their grade might actually be of a second round graded player. As long as Dak and Jerry stays in Dallas Cowboys, I ain't going on. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, we've heard that story. Yeah, we've heard it. We understand. As someone who's been a Cowboy fan for over 30 years, you're not telling me anything I don't know. I wish Jerry would hire. Well, Jerry doesn't necessarily have to get out of there. He just has to release the reins and hire a real GM. Will that happen? Most likely not. It's all right. We're gonna still hope our team does the best with what they can because they fight against each other. The front office and the team. Like when the Cowboys win, it's because they win in spite of their ownership. Like it is what it is, and they do win a good bit of games in spite of the zoo that happens with the ownership because it's the Cowboys that aren't a football team. The Cowboys are a circus. The football team is just one of the attractions at that circus. Like the football team is just an attraction at the circus, but the Cowboys have a whole full blown circus going on. So the football team can't get all the attention and all of what it needs because the Cowboys are too busy running the fucking circus. Like, it is what it is. What up, Chase? My dog is being put down in the living room right now. That's crazy. What did it do? Or is it sick? Or old age? What up, Lion? Lion's too tough. What up, Taylor? What's good? What's good? America's team. Yes, thirsty. My wish came true. Matt Eberflus is going, hey, one. I've been wanting that for weeks. Like, weeks. I think the Cowboys should have made Al Harris last year their defensive coordinator and Shoddy the head coach. I think that would have been a good duo. But we didn't get that. I'm glad we get rid of Matt. Man, you ain't telling me anything. Killing me with music. So you're killing me with music. Chase, don't worry about stream. Yeah, go take care of your dog, brother. You were a disgrace to our defense. He was one. You're absolutely right, my friend. But yeah, hold up. Let me pull up. Because like I said, there's a Cowboys show on right now. More than likely, I about pull it up. There always is. Like right now, you have the Cowboys collective. They're between the lines, coaching fallout, Jerry Jones, and what comes next. They're probably just talking a little bit of everything. But we can actually pull up like the Dallas Cowboys draft show and where Brian brought us and Voch Lombardi and all them, and they'll actually be talking about the draft. But yeah, they've got 15 graded draft picks that are first round graded. What up, brother Murphy? So the Cowboys being in that top 15 is nice. Being at that 12 spot, it does guarantee the Cowboys to be able to pick up one of these top graded players in the draft. I believe last year, there was 14 top graded players, but Cowboys were outside of it. Many rumors are saying they're going to draft Caleb Downs. I mean, that's a possibility. Hold on, because I have the. Hold up. I'm pretty sure. Like, Caleb Downs is ranked right now the sixth top player out of Ohio State, the safety. I would not be mad at that though. Like, a safety is much needed. Let's see, right around the 12 spot. There's a QB, so the quarterback's probably gonna go higher. You put those two up top. So yeah, I've still got to go through it like the grading process, but kind of create myself a big board. But Caleb Downs would be a hell of a pickup. Trying to look at edge rusher, top 10. Kedrick Folk, David Bailey, edge, Ruben Bain. Defensive tackle, linebacker, Avril Reese. They have him ranked up at the high top of it. Carnell Tate, that's a wide receiver. Ohio State's got a lot up on the top of the list right now, and Oregon. We could drive Ruben Bain. That guy, Ruben Bain. As the pre-analyst draft right now, as the top 100 players coming out, like, he's sitting at number 4. Jeremiah Love, 6 foot tall, 214 pounds. He's number 1. Running back. He's graded 92. Hold on. What's Ruben Bain graded? He's 92 as well. At 6'3", 275. He's a top edge rusher on the list right here. We win our football game. Hell yeah, James. That's what's up. Ruben Bain wants to be a Cowboy. I mean, he looks like a good young man from the Miami Hurricanes that, you know, he can definitely come over here and play some football for the Dallas Cowboys. Stupid ad. Is he playing right now? Is Miami and Ole Miss playing right now? It looks like they are 17-10. I can pull up the game real quick and actually see. Oh well, let me pull that game up. We'll watch a little Ruben Bain right here. But I mean, we already have two good defensive ends, so I don't know. No, one. We need a defensive end. We do not have. Izaraku is still developing. Yes, Clowney would be a great third defensive edge. Like, we do not have a premier defensive edge. That's why we didn't get no sacks. We play all game to get 1 or 2 sacks. Like, that ain't shit. We need, no offense, but we need a defensive edge. That's why I'm hoping. That's why I'm hoping we trade for Max Crosby, because he would fill that role. That would also help the secondary. And then you go in the draft, the number 12 pick, take Caleb Downs. That would be nice. That's solidifying your secondary a little bit. Then that second pick at number 20, you find yourself a linebacker. You're making that run defense even a little better. That would be crazy, Juan. I just don't think Ruben Bain falls to the Cowboys. I think Ruben Bain doesn't fall to the Cowboys. As much as I would like to have him, I don't think he falls to the 12th pick. Unless there's that many quarterbacks. How many quarterbacks you guys think are going in the first round? Because quarterbacks always go first, for the most part. Past that, he's the best edge rusher on the list right now. You think Brian Flores is going to be the Cowboys coordinator? Dom, I would love it. But I know Brian Flores has a shitload of options. Like, he's got the pick of the litter for the most part. Him and Jim Schwartz, they've got like the pick of the litter. Well, also John Harbaugh. But I don't know if Brian Flores will want to move up to head coach, or if he'll want to stay the same. Having those 2 first-round picks is pretty enticing, I would say. I think he could help the Cowboys 100%. 100% Juan. Mendoza is going to be a first-round QB drafted, and Dante will probably say, I got you, Taylor. The Fiesta Bowl. I'm going to have to mute it. Is the game over?
To make it a bit easier, but obviously with no.
Nah, it's almost halftime. Oh, let me mute it though. Alright, so we'll put that on. We'll get to see a little Ruben Bain. But that is what the rumors are saying though, Don. That is what the rumors are saying. One is not lying. A Cowboys player just died. A current Cowboy player won? Are you sure? A current Cowboy player just died? Or are you talking about, what up, Crystal? What's up, CJ? A former Cowboy player. I got you. Well, hold on. Let me look into it. What? Alright, let me search it real quick. Oh, look at Crystal over there. Welcome back to the party. Wumbo Jumbo. What's good? Billy Truex. Yeah. I say, yeah, Google's only talking about right now Marshawn Nealon, which we know that happened weeks ago. Had to renew. I hear that, Crystal. I appreciate you. You already know. What up, Jay Hulas? John Morton. Goodbye, John Morton. Damn, Jay Hulas. You should watch Ole Miss versus Miami. Don, I did just put it on. Field goal is good. Ole Miss kicks a field goal going into the half. I like to stay. I appreciate it, Crystal. You've spent a good bit of money over here, and I'm nothing but grateful because you've bought in other memberships for many people multiple times, and I'm super grateful. I appreciate you. Mike McDaniel, we welcome you with open arms. Yeah, Hula, you can have him. I don't really want Mike McDaniels. They're talking about trading Tua too. What up, Jacob? I mean, I think the Cowboys should just get rid of Jerry as the owner, and we can make a better move. Yeah, but we got to speak realistically, though, Jacob. We know that we have no control over what Jerry Jones does.
Dad.
So we got to talk realistically. That's a beautiful gay star you have there. Well, thank you. It's very happy. It's ultra happy. What up, Bobby?
Give me a fish.
I don't have any Swedish fish right now. I have to buy some more. Look, they gone. They gone.
What about water?
All right, come on, watch out, Bubba. I'm in the middle of something now.
What about water?
Right, Key? Let them know. Let them know, Brother McDaniels is my second favorite coach because of his humor. I hear you. I mean, I don't have anything against McDaniels. I wasn't impressed by his coaching in Miami. That's all. What up, Jamar? What's good? What's good? What up, Reeds? They play their dreams. The dream team. I agree. I agree, Dom. Keith, are you happy we let go of our OC? Brian Flores, though. I would love to have Brian Flores. And it's intriguing. But I'm sure he's intriguing for other teams as well. So I know that they requested a trade with is it Jim Leonard? I believe DB coach or whatever for the Broncos. Who do you want to win tonight in college football? Ole Miss or Miami? I don't know. I would probably I like Miami better than Ole Miss, honestly. Neither of them are the teams that I actually like. But because of Ole Miss losing their head coach in the middle, like as they're getting ready to go into playoffs, like I kind of hope they do. Wumbo, the intent of the stream is not the game. Tomorrow will be Friday Night SmackDown. We need Dan Quinn back. I hear you, Dom. You were a big fan of Dan Quinn? Live 15 minutes from the AT&T Stadium. I can't ever be a Dallas Cowboys fan because I can't stand Jerry. I hear you, Reeds. Hey, man, I mean, Jerry Jones is not my favorite person either. I think he's the worst the worst GM in all of football. I think he's the worst GM in all of football. I do not mind him as an owner, but I just can't stand that he won't actually hire a real GM. Will do, Crystal. Appreciate you. My mom should be in here somewhere. She was, Crystal. But yeah, I'll let Royal Wifey. I'll let Royal Wifey and the Royal children know. Crystal said hi, guys. Damn, I wish I could time people out. Keith, your time might be coming at some point. Just like Crystal, really. I would love to give Crystal a on too, but I know she's got a busy schedule. What? My God.
Never said poop.
All right. Well, Crystal, you don't say poop to. That's Trent. You say hi to Crystal.
Poop.
All right. Come on, poopy head boy.
Poopy head you.
What up, blessed blue and founding fathers? Oh, blessed be our founding fathers. What's good? My Chinese next door neighbor farted so loud. And what? What? I like it. Yeah, there's Mom. I want to go back to 2023. We had a hell of a team, didn't we? But the only thing was, though, Dom, we still couldn't stop the run. And we had no run ball. I want to go back to the 80s. Hey, Michael, y'all watch out. Go watch your show, Bubba. Go lay down so you get feeling better. You think Jerry's going to pull a new switcheroo with Brian and pick somebody in the house? Nah, Stiff you. I don't think that they're going to get rid of Brian Schottenheimer that fast. I think that they're solely looking for a defensive coordinator. Now, you do have some people in the fan base. I have seen other streamers for the Cowboys say that they want Brian Schottenheimer fired and to hire Jim Harbaugh. I don't think that's practical. Tony Pollard, Tony Pollard was nice, but he hasn't done much either since leaving the Cowboys. I mean, last year we had Rico Dowdle in 9 games do the same amount as what Tony Pollard did in the full season last year. And then Javonte Williams outplayed Tony Pollard this year. I mean, I did like Tony Pollard. I didn't have no problem with him. I didn't necessarily want him to go. But I knew that after his knee injury, he wasn't quite as twitchy as he was prior to the knee injury. Jadon Blue did nice that last week. And I think the tight end, Brevin Spanford, man, y'all been hearing me say his name. I think he's going to develop into a really good tight end for the Cowboys. I hope you're doing well tonight, my daughter gets some anime books. And she up a storm. Your daughter just got some anime books? I hear you, Crystal. My daughter said, I like anime books.
Can I have
Have what?
Can I have that dad cup real quick? I need something from it. I'll give it back.
I mean, I like Jadavion Blue. I wish they played him more throughout the season. I know that they said he had issues with the playbook. He had issues with blocking on passing downs. But, man, I just wanted him to run the ball and get into open space. Bunga Stray Dogs 5 through 19. Hell yeah.
Oh.
My daughter's into
Dragon Ball Z, that
Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z.
And that's really it.
Demon Slayer. She used to like what's Naruto on? Whatever Naruto was on. I thought you watched that one too.
Oh yeah, Naruto.
Yes, Keith. I will be doing the Royal Rumble. Yes, sir. Hopefully it doesn't coincide with a playoff game. Because if I have to pick a playoff game or the Royal Rumble, I'll probably pick a playoff game. Have her check out Twisted Wonderland. We are watching the anime and it's good. I'll let her know, Crystal. Have you heard of Twisted Wonderland, Addie? She said check it out sometime. You might like it. She said she'll check it out. But yeah, I would love to do the Royal Rumble. But if there's a football game on that's a playoff game, yeah, we'll be doing the playoff game. You know, being that I'm mostly a football channel, I've got to kind of outweigh the wrestling. The wrestling falls and takes precedent in the off season. Yeah, I agree. That'll be like the bye week. You know how there's always a, like after the NFC Championship game, they get 2 weeks, and that second week they play the Super Bowl. Usually, that first week there's like the Pro Bowl and stuff like that. That's probably gonna happen around the Pro Bowl, and I might choose WWE over the Pro Bowl. I don't know. The Pro Bowl was horrible last year. So I wish they would go back to doing the Pro Bowl the way they used to do it. At least it was like a football game. You get the little mini games that of the talent exercises, but we should be Keith. It is no contact. You're absolutely right. The best thing about the Pro Bowl to me is probably the dodgeball game. The dodgeball game to me is probably the best part of the Pro Bowl. But yeah, next week, depending on what news we get for the Cowboys on the defensive coordinator position, if we hire a defensive coordinator before next Thursday, I'll probably do another defensive coordinator stream. Otherwise, I'm gonna go through like breaking down the top 100 draft picks, and we'll go through certain amount of number of them each Thursday night until draft time comes, and then I'll kind of like have my list of what draft picks I think will fit the Cowboys, and we'll talk about them. So yeah, there'll be like a mixture of like NFL draft, coaching quest, NFL draft, coaching quest. So we'll kind of fluctuate throughout those two things for keeping the normal Monday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday schedule going strong. But of course, like I said, obviously we'll have the playoff games that we'll be streaming. So, but yeah, I'll probably be getting off of here in another 15 minutes. But we'll watch some of this Miami Hurricane game versus Ole Miss in the meantime. So, right now they are at halftime. But yeah, the Pro Bowl used to mean something. You're absolutely right, Keith. You're absolutely right. I'm sure y'all hear damn Peppa Pig in the background. I wish that they would go back to Hawaii and do the Pro Bowl back how they used to do it. I thought it was so much better. Like players, even back then, you know, they still played trying to not get hurt, but it was better. And then way back long ago, they'd even play harder. The Steelers should go to a Super Bowl. I hear you, Yeet. I hear you. Yeah, I don't know. I think the Texans are a tall task for the Steelers to get past. I think that's going to be a hard game for the Steelers to get by. Should be a pretty good game, but Texans defense is phenomenal. So it's absolutely wild. Yeah, the Steelers got lucky. They really did get lucky. Like they aren't they're playing with house money. And if they didn't make the playoffs, just like John Harbaugh, Mike Tomlin's ass would probably have been fired. What up, Darth Vader? You like the Steelers? I hear you, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with you liking the Steelers. How do you feel about how you guys got in the playoffs? Or how do you feel like you're going to do in the playoffs? You guys feel like you're going to beat Houston? One. You hate the Chargers? I hear you. I mean, the Chargers are going to be playing pretty good. But that really all but dictates off how well Herbert can come back. Like, I know that it's not his throwing hand, but he's been hurting for sure. That's why we beat them last year. Right? Absolutely. That was a Rico Dowdle coming out party. When we played the Steelers last year, that was like the first game we let Rico Dowdle actually loose. But I honestly thought that even when Baltimore scored, that they had left too much time on the clock. Haven't heard from the Patriots in a long time. Yeah, I mean, Mike Vrabel has that team playing good. But I think that it's going to be the Bills that make it to the Super Bowl out of the AFC. The Texans would probably be my dark horse with their defense. Their offense is mediocre, but that defense is just, they balling. But yeah, Mike Vrabel and the New England Patriots, they've been playing pretty good. Like, they haven't played top tier competition, but they've been playing pretty good. I hate the Steelers last season. Yeah, I mean, they were hard to watch, especially at sometimes. But they played better than the Cowboys did, so I can't talk too much. I wish my Cowboys played better. Maybe had we fired Matt Eberflus earlier in the season, Drake May for MVP, that's a high possibility. I think Matthew Stafford is still in the running for it, but Drake May, I mean, he's been a hell of a bus driver for New England. Good night. Love you. So, we'll see how it works out for him. What are you guys' Super Bowl picks? Who do you guys think is going to be in the Super Bowl this year? Had to make sure Witten was already upstairs. They should be coming back from halftime here soon. May was locked in this season. Just look at his numbers. Sheesh. Yeah, I mean, they ran a system that fit him very well, and he was running it at precise. He was running that shit precise. No, it is Allen. Bills versus Rams. That's my pick, Taylor. Bills versus Rams. What up, Noah? Come in at the very end, Noah. You had no clue I went live. It was Thursday at 8. Well, I didn't go live till 8:30, but yeah, I'm trying to. You missed the coaching talks part of it. You missed the coaching talks part of it, though, Noah. We talked about some of the coaching prospects for the Cowboys for a defensive coordinator. Talked about a couple of draft picks a little bit. And I planned on getting off at 10. Yeah, I'll be on until 10, Noah. So there's like 20 more minutes. And right now I just have the Miami Hurricane versus the Ole Miss game on to fill the end of the show as we kind of just talk shit here. Right now they're at halftime though. But yeah, I mean it's been an alright show. Been an alright show so far. Some points we had a decent amount of people in here. Some points we were down here around the 8 to 10. But this is the Bills' only shot because Mahomes and Lamar. Yeah, and Burrow all being out of the playoff picture. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Do you think Detroit Lions would have the best offense in the NFL if Mike McDaniels was their offensive coordinator? No. I think he would be trying to switch different talent pieces out. I think the pieces that you guys have play a different style of football than he does. I think you guys would still be good. But I think that the pieces that you guys have and how you run your offense is not built the same way as he runs his offense. Like, they don't run the ball like you did in Detroit. At all. Like, they were way more of a throwing team. Now, is that because of Tua? I don't know. I mean, they had Achane, who was a decent running back, but they didn't run the ball like Detroit does. I don't think that Mike McDaniels was even as creative on the offensive side as Detroit was the last couple of years. I think had you guys, honestly, Noah, I think if you guys had kept Ben Johnson, you guys would have had the best offense in the league. Even if the Bills make it, it's going to be another heartbreaker. Bills are not meant to win Super Bowls. Keith, I know. Unfortunately, it's devastating like that. That's why even though I think the Bills and the Rams are going to be in there, I think the Rams will probably walk away. Maybe Noah, but he's more of a passer. He's not a. He doesn't do as much. You guys run like a West Coast type offense with a lot of hook and ladders, a lot of disguise plays that are really run play. Like McDaniels, they're two different styles. Like I feel like that's two different total different styles. No, I don't think you could have. I don't think you could have either. No, I didn't think it was necessarily possible to keep him, but I'm saying that had you been able to, that's what would have made you guys be number one. What up, Gardo? No, I think he could still be. Yeah, I'm not saying he wouldn't be good. I think it would just take time for McDaniels to get the players to fit the style that he wants to run because he's going to run a different style of offense. So there'd be a couple different pieces that he would want to change. That may piss you off, though, Noah. Like, I'm sure he'd keep Gibbs, but St. Brown's not his typical type of receiver. The Eagles beat both Rams and Bills, the Jags, and Eagles in the Super Bowl. Just because you beat a team doesn't mean that's who you're going to beat in this playoffs. And it's hard to beat a team twice in 1 year if he goes to the right offensive. No, yeah, I mean, I think Mike McDaniels could flourish as an offensive coordinator wherever he goes. That would be crazy. Because then you guys have no Thunder for your Lightning. Who are you guys going to put in for Thunder? Who's your well, I mean, you guys could always draft, but or pick up. I think the Cowboys are planning on keeping Williams. That would be absolutely asinine, Taylor. Yeah, I think the Rams and the Bills will be the Super Bowl picks. I think Carolina's going to lose to the Rams because Carolina they beat the Rams earlier in the season. So the Rams already have like how to beat them because they studied that film, and it's hard to beat a team twice. So I feel like the Rams will win that second game as a revenge game. Gibbs could take over at the number one role full time. He just has to work on his pass block. It's not that messy. It's the wear and tear that's going to put on him. As he doesn't have as good of a relief back, he's going to be playing more, which means more wear and tear, which means his career. Like, that's what we did to Zeke. We put the load on Zeke. He ran the ball 30 times a game. And in 4 years, he was abused. Like, they ran through him. My hubby was said from the beginning that the Rams would go to the Super Bowl. He might be right, Crystal. He might be right. Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't be a bad pickup, Noah.
When you play equipment game, quit demon.
Oh, looks like the game's about to come back on finally.
Put demon hunter.
What are you trying to do?
Demon hunter.
Demon Hunter?
Demon hunter.
I feel like the Rams need a new back. Yeah, I mean, Kyrie Williams is decent. I like Kyrie Williams. You don't like Kyrie Williams? Miami has the ball. Yup. Run the ball up the middle for about 4. Blake Corum is a good running back. It'll just take him some time to develop. Yeah. Here. Maybe Kyron Chance trade straight up. You want to trade for Chance? Kyron only really thrives on the goal line, in my opinion. I mean, I don't focus a whole lot on the Rams. Chan, I got you. I don't focus a whole lot on the Rams, but I've seen him have some pretty big open runs. I think I've only done maybe 3 Rams games this year. 3 or maybe 4. But Kyrie Williams looked good in all of those games. Little scat back toss to Miami. They're up by midfield. We got off topic a little. Yeah, towards the end here, Keith, like, I mean, I could have kept talking about the same coaches and displaying what we liked about them, but the Miami play caller is calling beautiful screenplays this game. I mean, yeah, calling it with execution, that's for sure. Sniff, 6th round pick. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I mean, I kind of made the first half of the show, for the most part, about what the topic of the show was going to be about. And then towards the end here, as I've kind of like gotten past what I was my preaching points, we kind of just freestyling a little bit, Keith. I do have the Miami Ole Miss game on, and I was going to run it till 10 o'clock, so just allowing a little fun. That should have been pass interference. He pushed that receiver in the chest. Like Tony is cooking. Another run right up the middle for Miami. Big first down. Man, that's like an 18-yard run with the bodies pushing them the last 10 yards. Who's your university in your guys' opinion? Who's wide receiver university? I don't know. Yeah, Miami is making running the ball look really easy this game, from what I've watched. Cowboys just need to tweak their defense a bit. Yeah, we need that new defensive coordinator that knows how to use the talent. And we need to bring in a few more talented pieces, like one for at least one person for each level. We need an edge rusher, we need a linebacker, we need a corner, and a safety. So we need like four at least as OSU taking over. I don't know, bro. Hoping it's a good game. Ole Miss getting flagged. That should have been damn near intentional grounding. He had a man wide open in the end zone. Had he hit him in the back corner of it. Alabama's run game was trash and our most important game of the year. Against Miami it is. No, I mean in previous years. Damn, they just running the ball like nobody's playing defense. Ole Miss messing out. LSU does always put out some good wide receivers. I mean, you got JJ, Chase. They've got Gibbs and Derek. Yeah. Iowa or Georgia defense. This year, they're saying Ohio State had the best defense. Until he got hurt. I hear you. Malik BTJ should have been Kyron Lacey. Damn. You really don't like Kyron Lacey. But I mean, you probably watch Kyron Lacey more than I have, but damn. I didn't think he was that bad. He should have got drafted. They missed the kick. Wide right. Damn. All that for nothing, Miami. And I don't even know how the hell they got the third down. They kept running fucking 10 yards a pop. How did they even get the third down running 10 yards a pop? A little deja vu. Yeah, right? What are you, a frog now? What up, DD? Yeah, McDaniels, yeah, he got fired. They're talking about trading Tua, too. What I saw rumors of. Have you been hearing the insiders or anything, Noah, for Detroit talk about picking up a new offensive coordinator? Is that something they're actively looking into? He hates Ohio State. He can't stand Ohio State. They might get Nick Saban back. That'd be crazy. How long's Nick Saban been retired? Isn't he retired? How long has he been retired for? couple years now. The Lions were the first team to contact Mike McDaniels, from my knowledge. That maybe then, no, maybe y'all get him. Are y'all playing? What do you mean? No, Miami. Detroit's out of the playoffs. They didn't make. They're sitting at home like we are. DD hasn't played too well this year. Might be the Madden curse. Maybe. Might be. College football curse. Mama. Just call it the cover curse. I almost despise him as much as I do Pedos. That's crazy. Matt Patricia has been being talked about as one of the coaching candidates possibly for the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know that I like that, though. Yeah, Miami Hurricanes game is on. But I'm going to be getting off here at 10. I've been on since 8:30. I'll be getting off the stream at 10 o'clock. Thursday nights are going to be about an hour and a half to 2 hours tops, depending on whether I start at 8 or 8:30. But I'm going to be trying to start every Thursday at either 8 or 8:30. Tomorrow I'll be back at 8 o'clock, DD. 8 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. I'm about to let y'all know just in case you didn't. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys don't pick up another late round running back. Jordan Marshall is a dog. Xavier Hitter is a 5-star coming out of high school for 2026. We got a number 1 running back for 2024 recruiting class in the transfer portal. Damn. What up, Desiree? I wish they would have picked it. Yeah. And on top of all that, we could have still been getting Justice for Haynes back. That was almost a pick. He had the opportunity. He couldn't get him. O'Connor couldn't get himself back together enough to just grab the damn ball. Right? They had 3 different opportunities, Noah. They had 3 opportunities to pick that ball off. They miss another kick. 2 kicks missed in a row. One by the Hurricanes, and one by Ole Miss. These kickers don't want to make it to the NFL. And he conked that thing. He conked that thing right off the upright. But all right, chat. It's been fun. It's been a blast. I appreciate all of you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Do you think it better stay live for the rest of the game? Nah, I ain't staying live for the rest of the game, Noah. I've got to do things still. I've got stuff I've got to do. But I will be back live tomorrow at 8 p.m. Hopefully I see you guys there. Otherwise, y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay great. I love y'all. Y'all are the best. Peace.